Hey guys, Dominick from Genuine Assholes. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I got my Patty's Pub shirt on, I got my funny little hat on, and I got my pug beer here. Woo! So maybe tonight you don't want to go out drinking with the rest of the amateurs. You don't want to have people throwing up on you. You don't want to be all stuck in a bar. Maybe you want to stay in. Maybe you want to take a minute to appreciate a film series that is just pure gold. Pun intended. That series is the Leprechaun series. There are 6 films in the Leprechaun series, not counting the newest film that's kind of a remake, reboot, starring a dwarf wrestler called Leprechaun Origins. We're not talking about that movie. We're talking about the original 6 from the 90s. Warwick Davis, a great actor, running around in full-blown makeup, killing people, and saying cheesy lines. There's nothing much better than that, especially on St. Patrick's Day. The first one stars a very young and very inexperienced Jennifer Aniston. It's one of her first roles, and it's right off the bat, this film series is ridiculous. Some horror film movies, they start good in the beginning, and then as the series goes on, they kind of diminish. This was shit right from the start. I mean, you have the fat guy from Pee-wee's Big Adventure running around. He swallows some gold. Long story short, the leprechaun wants that gold. He's going to kill everybody he can to get that gold back. There's a rainbow. There's some 4-leaf clovers in there. The movie is ridiculous, but it is so bad. It's good. I think he chases somebody in a wheelchair at one point in a hospital. There's a lot of things that are burnt into my mind that I can't quite place. Him driving around a little go-kart, stuff like that. Lots of stuff like that. Then there's Leprechaun 2, which in my book is even worse. And this series, like other series, get progressively worse, but as bad as they get better. That one's set in California. Yet again, some gold goes missing. This is supposed to be a different Leprechaun in this one, but it's played by the same actor again. I don't know what they were trying to do. It's kind of like, is it a prequel? I don't know what it is, because, spoiler alert, he dies in the first one, and yeah, he pretty much dies in every one. In this one, some guy blows up with gold. The third film in the series takes the film to Las Vegas. That's right, we are traveling the map as we follow this series. And in Las Vegas, you could only imagine. There's a magician, there's some hoary cocktail waitresses, there is a guy who's transforming into a leprechaun, and at the end fights the other leprechaun. There's lots of puns, there's lots of silly stuff, and just when you think that this film series cannot get any more ridiculous, there is Leprechaun 4 in space. What can I say about this movie that the title doesn't already tell you? Yes, it's in space. It was also made in a time and with a budget that special effects obviously were not a priority. There is horrible acting in this movie. That's one. It's almost unwatchable, this one, but if you drink a lot, you could get through it. Bad special effects. Bad kind of space things. I don't even know what's going on in this movie. At one point, he's a giant leprechaun. That's just the things you're in store for. But yet again, a fun film. The next one is one of my favorites, and that is the 5th one, simply titled Leprechaun in the Hood. It's about a group of upcoming rappers who kind of are trying to make it big, and then they stumble across the leprechaun, and I don't even remember how he ties into it, but he wants them dead by the end of the movie, and of course he's going to probably kill a lot of them, and he even raps in this one. The leprechaun raps in this movie. Ice-T is in this movie. I mean, am I selling the movie? Have you shut off this video and put on Leprechaun in the Hood? Please tell me you have. And then, of course, there's the final 6th movie in the franchise, Leprechaun Back in the Hood. And yeah, that's what that is. That's exactly what that is. So my suggestion tonight is to pick up these movies. I think a couple of them might be on Netflix. Maybe all of them are on Netflix. And grab your significant other, or grab your dog, or grab yourself, or your cat, or whatever you want to do. Grab some booze and drink to these movies, watch these movies, and have a ball. Maybe eat some corned beef like I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be watching one of these movies tonight. I don't care. You're in for a treat, let me tell you. And I've also decided to give you a little drinking game to make things even funner. Drink every time the leprechaun says a rhyme. Drink every time the Leprechaun makes a bad pun. Take a shot every time the Leprechaun says me instead of my. Drink every time the Leprechaun talks about his gold. Take 2 shots every time the Leprechaun uses nonsensical magic. And of course, take a long drink when the Leprechaun violently murders somebody. That's my video. That's my appreciation for the Leprechaun franchise. Pop them in, watch them. You can probably get them all for like $20. If they're not on Netflix, they may be on Netflix. Watch them, have some beers, have some fun, play the game, do whatever you want to do, and have a happy and safe St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out my sketches. Leave some comments. Leave some drinking games you do. I don't know. Favorite Leprechaun movie. Alright guys, thanks for watching.